Good morning, everyone. Paul Rogers here. Today is January the 1st, 2018. We're going to be looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin and Dash trend channels and talking a little bit about some of the FUD that's been going around lately, mainly regarding Tether and Bitfinex. Now, let's look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, I drew this trend channel a few days ago, and as you can see, it held up very, very well. It actually couldn't have held up better. As you can see, price did try to break past it, but couldn't. So we got this shadow, which is quite common when there's a fake breakout or a fake out, as traders call it. I mean, this all happened. This pressure for maybe 8 or 9 or 10 hours. This downward pressure, but eventually the trend, the support of the trend channel was strong enough to give Ethereum a nice push back up, and now it looks like it's getting bullish. So what's Ethereum going to do? Most likely Ethereum is going to break past this previous high. That's been a very strong resistance level, and I see Ethereum heading towards the next resistance being around $1,300. If some of this FUD disappears, I do see Ethereum breaking out to new all-time highs. But for that to happen, the market's going to need some clarity regarding this Tether deal, and this subpoena. One thing that I didn't mention in my last video regarding the subpoena with Tether and Bitfinex is that it's actually old news. The subpoena was issued December 6th, I believe, almost 2 months ago. And so this isn't breaking news. It just was leaked news, and it came out months ago. And honestly, it feels a little bit choreographed to me. I mean, why else would they? I don't understand why the news would be released. It seems like that someone had the news and just held on to it until the right timing that they wanted to buy things at a discount, then leaked it to Bloomberg, and then Bloomberg writes about it. So someone held on to this piece of news with the intent to try to tank the market, to buy things up on the cheap. So I think it's almost irrelevant news at this point. I think that Tether probably has already been subpoenaed because it was 2 months ago. I'm assuming they showed up and gave the information that was required, and I don't think this whole Tether deal is going to affect the markets much more. Hopefully I'm right on this one. So technicals can take over, and we can see Ethereum really break out to new all-time highs. Now Bitcoin's in a different boat. Bitcoin doesn't have the network effect that Ethereum does, and so I don't see Bitcoin skyrocketing. I mean, it is rebounding somewhat, but it hasn't even really hit this really, really strong support level that I really want to see Bitcoin hit before I want to see a big movement upwards. I really want Bitcoin to hit 8,700-ish in order to really have a whole bunch of buyers step in to propel Bitcoin higher. Until then, I don't think Bitcoin's going to have a convincing run. I hope I'm wrong about that, but that's just what I've seen. Bitcoin just hasn't been able to shake this down run that it's on. And Dash is kind of in mirroring Bitcoin, unfortunately. I thought Dash would be able to make its own, stand on its own 2 feet like Ethereum is and run, but Dash has been struggling. It's interesting too because my father-in-law told me yesterday that Dash was accepted at, I believe he said Amazon. I haven't checked that out yet, but if it is, that's great to hear, and it makes sense because it's very fast to pay and it's very inexpensive. So, if maybe some of you guys can in the comments let me know if it's true that Dash can be used on Amazon. If that's correct, that's great. Anyhow, I wanted to make this a short video. Just wanted to look at the technicals and if you're an Ethereum bull, I would feel very confident right now. Ethereum's being very strong despite it feels like every day there's just another pile of stuff that's dumped on cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. It's amazing when it stops happening and things calm down, what cryptocurrencies will do. I mean, despite all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt, Ethereum's prices are holding up. It's amazing how resilient it is. It amazes me. And at this point, I do have more faith in Ethereum than Bitcoin. I know I'll probably get some thumbs downs for that, but it's just the network effect of Ethereum makes Ethereum's vision so much bigger than Bitcoin's. It's so much bigger than just a transfer of wealth. It's an entire ecosystem. Anyhow, I'll let you guys go for now. Paul Rogers out.